Welcome to Fairfax with Fairfax. Follow us on our pilgrimage to the new world on YouTube, Keith Fairfax Comedy, Facebook, Keith Fairfax, and Instagram, Mr. Fairfax.
You hear it, ladies and gentlemen. It's another episode of Fairfax with Fairfax. And this is a true crime edition because, as you can tell by my face, that there's a little bit of tomfoolery about, and I had to take care of a few thugs. Joe, how's it going?
Going good, man. Gonna take out a few thugs.
This is a story of crime and passion.
Okay.
And I'm going to lay it on you.
Lay it on.
Sorry to say, but yeah, there's a big ass, Landis, you got it? Got it. There's a huge
gash
above my...
I would call that a gash. That's definitely not like a cut.
It was leaking. Yeah, it leaked. It was an open faucet. Yeah, it was an open faucet.
The crimson mask.
Yeah. So this, how I got this? You're probably wondering how.
Yeah,
How did I get?
You said thugs.
3 thugs. 3 thugs. Yes, there was. Well, let me get myself right here because I want to put this in great perspective for you. There was 3 thugs, and what they did was, they were trying to rob this woman outside of the local Cheap John's over here behind me.
So let me get this straight. Were you just walking down the street or something like that?
No, I was going into the Cheap John's to pick up a few things.
You went to the Cheap John's. What were you picking up?
Brand new Nerf gun.
Oh, man, what one?
The
repeater.
The one that you can keep on your hip.
Nice. Okay.
That, I got a Super Soaker 2000.
Nice. I always wanted that one.
2000.
Is that double barrel?
Yes.
That's that was the coolest one.
Yeah, so I was going to pick up one of those, some Mr. Bubble, because I like a good bath, a little Mr. Bub.
That's the pink bottle, right? He's like,
pink bottle.
Yeah. I was equated him with Ghostbusters. He looked like a ripoff of the Ghostbusters mascot.
A little bit of that action. But as I'm entering the store, I got to put my mask on, like a good American. Yeah. Everybody puts their mask on. And I see a couple of gentlemen tussling with a woman by her car.
Tussling, you say?
Yeah, like they're trying to get her pocketbook, trying to get into her car, and you know
just
me,
grabbing
it. And I'm looking around. I'm like, I can't stand for this.
So wait, you're telling me that you just saw this and you, like, Citizen Keith?
I snap into hero mode.
I was gonna say, this is a decision.
I watch. Unlike LeBron's decision, this one was a quicker, easier one for me to make.
Okay.
Shot.
That's a shot right there.
She was approximately 155 pounds, 5'5", blue eyes, blonde hair. I want to say golden, like a what do we call that?
Golden what?
She had, like, I want to say she might have been Croatian.
Okay,
with maybe some type of tan. Maybe some type of.
She was exotic.
She was very exotic.
Very exotic.
Yes, and she was. And there would happen to be no one else in earshot of her.
So this is your only person that can intervene.
I mean,
there's no police around. You can't go. You can't waste time doing that. Something's gonna happen to this lady.
By the time I pulled out my phone and called the cops, she would have been. They would have had their way with her.
They would have. Yeah.
So I did everything that I can do. I go in. And I said, "Excuse me, gentlemen, halt."
Oh, so you walked up with a little bit of swagger.
Yeah, but chest popped out.
This is confidence.
Yeah, but excuse me, gentlemen, halt, cease.
Did you hold out the hand? Or did you have, like, the hands? Oh, you held out the hand. Okay.
Unhand that woman, fiend.
Okay.
And he said some type of racial epithet to anger me.
So he used some racial slurs.
Yes. So then I met him with a little bit of sweet chin music.
You Shawn Michaels him?
I gave him a little bit of so that was 2 to the solar plexus. Then
did you do it from, like, out of nowhere, like all of a sudden, like the Van Damme thing where you just all of a sudden kicked up like in a snap?
Well, what I did was I Shawn Michaels like.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You
know what I mean.
You felt the pop. You
know it comes out of nowhere. Yeah.
Heard the pop, felt the pop.
Then
I gave him a little bit of.
Okay.
That was 2 to the jaw. Okay.
So wait, 2 kicks or 2 punches? I'm just
punches to the
clarifying.
jaw, 2 lefts.
Okay, so you did the kick first, right?
First kick.
First the Sweet Chin Music, Shawn
Yeah,
Michaels, and
Shawn Michaels.
then you did 2 punches
To end him.
Okay.
So now his friends,
Ooh, what a combo.
Now his friends see what they're dealing with because he's down. Now there's 2 other ones.
So you're like a walking, talking like 70s black star, like exploitation star right now.
I mean, some called me bad Leroy Brown, the cat in the whole damn town.
Yeah.
Or, some type of Jim Brown character.
Like I feel like you just turned and looked and it was just like, Dynamite.
It felt like that.
That's what I mean.
Mind you, my palms were sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. I had a little bit of my mom's spaghetti on my shirt from earlier, and my palms were sweaty.
Sure,
and
they
I
were.
was like, I was like, hey guys, if you want what happened to him to happen to you, I said, just you cut it out. And I did the cut sign.
Your one-liners are
and
amazing.
I was like, out of here.
Yeah, I get it.
And you would have thought that would have been enough.
So you gave him the warning.
Get a fair warning.
What happened?
Because I know in places like Texas and shit like that, like if you have a gun and then you yell out, I don't feel safe.
No, it's I feel threatened.
I feel threatened.
That's a real Florida
real
too.
thing,
I
right?
think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Florida
Florida too. I feel threatened. If you say it enough, that's their cryptic way of saying I have a gun. Back up.
Right, and then you can supposedly shoot him, right?
Yeah, you could. That's yeah,
Tell
yeah,
them that-
kind of. I think. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I think that's from the stupid podcast I listen to. I think that's it.
Well,
So these guys, did they tell you that they were feeling threatened? Is that what you're saying?
I was telling them that. Well, she alerted them that she was feeling threatened. I'm
Okay.
telling them that I'm now threatening them.
Oh, so
I
you're
was
like straight up.
because I was like, hey fellas, I don't have a gun, but what I do have is a couple of these. You know what I mean? A swift. Because what I like to do is I do a spinning backhand, and it sounds a little something like. It's a quick twitch, turning back, like roundhouse backhand.
Have you had any training prior to this? Is this like, so I've known you for a little bit. Is this just something is this like mom strength? Is this like Keith jiu-jitsu? Like
this
stranger jiu-jitsu? I don't know.
No, this is ninjutsu.
So you know ninjutsu?
Ninjutsu.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The jitsu they teach ninjas. Yeah.
I watch Ninja Turtles. I know.
Yeah. So ninjutsu is what I know very well.
So you're
versed
Ninja
in it.
Turtles and some guys up.
Orange belt in Coco Kenny Rogers class on 5th in Elmont.
All right.
Yes, local. He was the stunt double for the Black Ranger in the 90s edition.
Wait, what?
He was the stunt double for the Black Ranger.
Zach?
Yes, he was a stunt double.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know
My
if you knew Zach by name.
actually, that's honest fact. Black Ranger was my favorite because I thought he had the coolest weapon.
There was 4 other White Rangers, sometimes 5 other White Rangers to choose from.
Usually, I think the original was the one Asian chick, the black
Okay.
kid, and then the 3
The Red Ranger, the
I
White
can't wait.
Ranger.
So
the
are you
Blue
telling me-
Ranger,
wait, are you
the
t-
Green Ranger, all white.
He had the axe. He had the cool Zord.
Well, they really went on a limb with that one. I mean, they had axe from Mortal Kombat. Like they like black people don't even kill people with axes. Why are we always with the axe shit? That's
I don't
not
know.
even how we kill.
What is it? Wait, what is it?
Anyway,
What? You want me to say something bad, like you should throw chains out or something like that?
no, I'm just saying. I don't see the allure. Anyhow,
Anyway, back to this heroic story.
So, as I'm explaining to him, you're gonna have to see these hands. He has a bottle of a glass bottle of Molson that he cracks on the side of the car.
Molson.
Yeah.
This is Molson Ice in the big 40 bottle?
Yes. Molson Ice.
So this dude's coming at you with a Canadian broken beer bottle.
So he
That's
cracks
a
that
40. That's
he
huge.
cracks that on the side of the car.
Okay.
He has it. He starts to jab it at me. And I'm
So he's like,
he
Yeah,
starts to he starts to poke at it, and his buddy tries to surround me. I tell her, "Hey, back up."
so you're like Batmaning right now. You're
Yeah.
like,
I tell her, "Hey, back up." And then what I do is I give him a little bit of.
kick, punch.
So that is one to the chest, and then I sweep the leg, and that's him hitting the ground. That's that noise you hear. That
Okay.
that me thwarting him. Mm-hmm. That's what they call it. The sound of a thwart.
Yeah, I've watched Batman in the 60s.
Yeah. So that's how he got thwarted.
Yeah.
So he came at me though, but what he did was when he fell, a shard of glass broke as he was trying to break his fall, ricocheted off the car, flung me right in the face.
So you're saying the glass shard from the bottle.
From the Molson bottle.
From the Molson bottle the guy had.
Yes.
It ricocheted as he fell.
Yes.
from the ground and hit you, and so it's like the okay.
So a shard broke off and it clapped me.
Sure, that's your story.
And then his buddy.
There's more to this story?
Well, there's the third guy.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
that's
forgot.
just- that's just
My
two-
mistake.
That's 2 down.
Okay, that's right. I thought
You know
you
what I
took
mean?
out the 3 already.
No. So what I do is I give him a little uppercut. That's it. Just a small, because I'm down, grabbing my face for the blood gushing from the shard, and now I gave him a little uppercut so he could feel me, and because I came down from below, and that's it, like that thump.
You shot him?
No, that thump.
Oh, there's a thud?
That's the uppercut as it hits him.
Oh, it's a rocket uppercut.
Yeah, that's Colonel Guile, Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's the. Come on.
Yeah, that's Colonel Guile.
Who are you talking to?
A little bit of that, just a.
Did you flip kick after that?
I did say Hayugen, even though I know that's that's Ryu, but I
No,
felt
Hadouken.
I felt like Colonel Guile though, like that type of
That uppercut. That was a
that
cool
uppercut.
move, man.
Yeah. So
So that's how you.
she's impressed. She tries to. She was like, "You want to bang in the car?" I'm like, "Whoa!"
Like right after that?
Yeah, right after.
She wasn't like, oh, you weren't like, you're. She was like,
like-
you're okay. And she was like, yeah, I want to bang.
Like
Let's
I'm
bang.
bleeding, and she rips off a piece of her. She has on whatever, the same skirt Marty McFly's mom had in Back to the Future 1.
Yeah.
Before
she was young or when she was old?
no, when she was a little bit younger, when Biff tried to rape her in the car,
The dress she had on?
the dress she had on.
Yeah.
So she had on a dress like that. She rips off a piece and wraps it around my head as to bandage my wound. Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Hey, thanks a lot, little lady." And
Okay.
she was like, "Wow, Mister, you're so big and strong. Thank you."
Okay.
And the police come, take down information. Make a long story short, I had to go to the hospital.
Did you get a plaque?
Yada yada yada. They're talking about naming a road.
Oh, they're gonna name a road.
Yeah, they usually
Like
give
I heard like all of Riverhead Main Street should be renamed.
you. Well, no, usually they give you a little side street.
Fairfax
they give
Avenue. Actually, that's a good name for a road.
I don't want to be an avenue. I think I'm more of a lane man.
So if you want to be Fairfax, you want to be Keith Lane or be Fairfax Lane?
Fairfax Lane.
Fairfax Lane actually sounds. Fairfax Lane sounds like an like a cool place to hang out. Like all the cool places are on Fairfax Lane.
Yeah.
It also sounds like the place where a lot of like mobsters hang out. From like every Irish
it's
gangster
gonna
movie
be
I've ever watched.
I think it's just going to be a cool block with cool shit happening. You know what I mean?
It's just
I don't
gonna be dope. We're gonna do dope shit there.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a cool place where the cool kids hang.
That's a hell of a story that you're sticking to.
Yeah, so luckily I just came out with this little puppy here.
Yeah, puppy. I mean,
it's a big pup.
you have a hole in your head, dude.
It's a nice gash. Yeah, I didn't need stitches. I got
glue?
is it Dermaram? Yeah, it's glue.
Dermaram.
I think it's called Dermaram. And,
Okay, I don't know.
Two vials of Dermaram to the.
Last
close
time
it
I
up.
had, I think I got. They only do stitches if it's like bad, right? Isn't that
Well,
like
he was like stitches leave scars, and I was like, well, not the moneymaker. I can't.
come on.
easy.
I mean, guy, come on. Look
Easy
at this.
does it. Easy
Take the
does
glue.
it. What are we talking here? We're talking turkey.
Listen, you
All
want to
right.
ruin this perfect picture?
Seriously. So I was like, stick daddy with the glue.
You like just turn into Andrew Dice Clay when you're done. It's like, hey, whoa, watch out, Keith. I don't think I've ever seen you talk this way before.
Yeah, the glue is where it was at for me.
It's weird because it's just like it looks. You do look like it's just like caked on there. So every once in a while I look, it looks like space agey.
Well, it looks like it's supposed to wipe off.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I keep like
Yeah.
you have makeup on. That's what
it
it
looks
is.
like it's supposed to wipe off, but he said I can't get it wet for 2 days.
Was it going to harden or some shit? That's probably going to dry. It's glue.
Yeah, he
What am I doing? I'm stupid. Yes, of course it's going to harden.
Well, he said it has a shelf life of a week.
Like falls off, or you can peel it off or something.
I don't know if it's a peel job.
Gonna
I'm
mutate
assuming
into something?
that it dissolves from wear and tear.
Well, I know that stitches fall out after a while.
Well, these aren't stitches. This is just glue.
But I'm just saying, that's their. I mean, it's. I mean, do you? I know sometimes you do have to go in and get them removed, but certain
Yeah, you could get the invisible stitches, or you could get the dissolvable.
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
Sorry, I just confused myself. I was like, wait a minute.
But
So what's up,
I
man?
feel like I sound throaty.
I think you just sound bassy.
But what else? Oh, New York is,
What's up?
back in action once again. So did you
what?
see the one about the guy smacking his pud on Zoom.
So I heard about this. I didn't get to read the whole thing, but I don't like these stories just pop because I read ridiculous news stories anyway. So,
All right,
pop
so
up on my feed.
he is.
What's the deal with this?
He's a New Yorker, staff writer, and CNN legal analyst Jeffrey Tobin.
God, is he like an on-air guy?
Yes,
He's an on-air. He's like an
guy,
on-air
yeah.
personality.
Yep. And so,
So this is not good.
so what he did was he thought. So I watched the video. So what he did was he thought he turned. It was in the middle of the meeting. So
wait. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm very excited right now.
Yeah, he definitely didn't do it on purpose. Like it definitely was. Right. This was not done on purpose. He just thought that like it's a meeting. I can turn off the screen real quick, and like that's the
Wait. He was going for a mid-meeting jerk. Like I got 5 minutes. I'm gonna crank one out before Diane gets back.
But is that really? Does that really like?
But what? I'm sorry. I still don't understand. Like what happened? He thought
right. He was going for a mid-meeting jerk.
That's all. That's it. He was like, so he thought he had turned like his was he on Zoom? So he thought he like turned his camera off.
Right.
Dude, that is.
And maybe just put it on the volume. And he was like, "Oh, quickly smack one out."
Wait, they watched him jerk it?
They didn't show the video I seen. Just they don't show that part of how much they could see of it. I don't know if they could just see him like popping his pud or
yeah. Anyway, so the market looks good right now and everything. And are you gonna pop out for a minute, Jeff? Yeah. All right. Cool. Anyway, now is Jeff? Oh my! Like
it was like supposedly like he went. Like, so he turned off the camera, probably was like, oh my God, hope nobody saw that. And then, like, signed back on. And, like, I guess initially nobody said anything. And then, like, I guess somebody had to hit him up and be like, hey.
Yeah. How do you break that news to somebody?
It depends on who you are. If you're a colleague, if you're an equal.
Yeah, I feel like was this a meeting of equals?
No, well, it was like a staff meeting.
Yeah, but you got to address that's even. Well, see that you got.
I think there's a lot of people under you in this meeting. That's the whole thing. There's a lot of people under you.
I can't find the joke in that. There's something there.
So he's going to be suspended, but I don't think he should lose his job.
Was it like? All right, it's like here's the thing. He definitely fucked up.
He definitely fucked up.
I wouldn't label him like a sex offender. I'd label him a fucking moron.
Yeah, it's more.
Was he watching like fucked up porn? Did they find out he was like
No.
and he was jerking off to like John Benet Ramsey pictures?
No, he was just he just kind of like turned and beat like
it's like as fucked up as it sounds. I wish that there was like I almost wish there was like he's got his sound off like and he's just going to town and everybody's just like no, oh God, and like they're trying to. It's like what happened? Someone's first day. Someone's first day was in that meeting, and that's what they saw.
I think it's more of an act of like he's like I'm jittery, got to clear my head. I can't even focus.
Do you think that's what it was? He was like, oh yeah, this is probably harmless. He was just like, I'm not doing good right now. I've got to empty the balls, think a little clearer.
Yeah, take equivalent of a bathroom break. 5 took 5.
I mean, it's just that's what it is.
But it's like you have family, friends. It's like everybody know you pulled out your little softy, tugged it up to full strength, and then went for it.
Yeah, all right. Tell me right now. I'll guarantee you. Like I was one of the people that did. I used to jerk off before I went on dates, so I didn't say something stupid.
Yeah, we all got that from like Something About Mary.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We definitely did, but I did it, and I'll tell you right now, there's a proven fact. I do think a little bit better when I'm not always trying to get laid.
Well, it's a way to clear your head. We think totally differently before and after.
We do. We think there's a sobering effect.
Like women can't even imagine that. There's women who are in their 20s that'll tell you they never had an orgasm.
It's true. Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's no boy past the age of 14 that won't tell you that.
No, because as soon as you figure out that shit works, you're like, yeah, you're all about it. And then that's the stages of it.
It's wild. I always commend those guys like Tim Tebow. Like I wonder if it was true. Like he didn't really. Off, right? He just didn't do it.
But I feel like he was like. I feel like people like that. There's always some weird substitute. Like I'm not saying that he was just like he's like beating himself reciting Bible verses in front of like Jerry Graham pictures or something like that. Or
no, but I think you got to recite the good book once you get the urge.
Do you think it's that? You think Tim Tebow's like always like murmuring under, like he gets the urge, like some interviewer like makes a joke and like touches him and he just goes, Ezekiel 25:17, and he just starts sweating. Like
he's married now. He went to Florida. Like Florida's a huge school. I guess he was really just head in the books.
Yeah, he went to school in Florida though, man. I don't know anybody that went to school in Florida and didn't like fuck everything.
I say that it's highly unlikely that he was a virgin on the wedding night, but a lot of people say he was.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There's nothing like here.
The amount of willpower, the type of girls that would just DMing him.
But doesn't he seem like kind of an idiot?
No, I can't say that.
Come
He's a
on,
very
when it comes to
smart
girls,
guy.
I feel like he really is that guy. I feel like, not that I feel like if dirt was going to come out on Tim Tebow, like it would have came out by now. If he was like a not that guy, it would have came out. And like, I'm not his biggest fan. I give a fuck. I wish it would. That would be crazy if Tim Tebow came out that he had like a cocaine problem or something like that. But like, he's probably that guy. He seems like such a nerd, dude.
He seems too clean and wholesome for that.
I agree. And usually when they're that clean and wholesome, something's wrong. But in this day and age, he's probably got like fucked up racist tendencies. That's probably what it is. Let's be honest.
No, I think I've seen Tebow kiss black babies. I don't. Yeah, he's squeaky.
He
clean.
definitely hates gay people then.
I don't think he's voiced his opinion one way or the other, but people probably thought he was a little sweet at one point in time.
What, he thought he was gay?
Probably. I mean,
Yeah, it would make sense. He does come off like he might be like
right. That's why
a little closeted.
It could have been,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's wild. I can't. I mean, he's suspended as of right now, but I don't think he's to lose his job for it.
No, that's a mistake. Like, yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, he should probably, like he should apologize. And like, you shouldn't, if you're go in the bathroom, dude. Like, it's just like, but that's how lazy we are. That's like,
So it was a staff meeting. Yeah. So it was just, everybody was there.
The one person, like, gotta say, I was pretty impressed with it. I'm not even.
I feel like that's not. I don't know. I feel like that nobody's going to say that.
No one's going to say that. It's a joke.
No, I'm just saying no one's going to be impressed with it. Like when you're jerking off in your home like that with all that comfortability.
Is it acrobatic? Oh, it's at home jerking off. I take back what I said.
It's going to be.
Sorry.
Even when you're profiling yourself, it's hard to like. I don't know. I couldn't fathom sending a chick a video of me pleasuring myself.
No, there's a reason when I jerk off, I put my fucking laptop on my chest. Just like put it that way.
Yeah, but like. Especially that at-home mid-meeting beat.
That's a dirty beat. No, because like you said,
beat.
that's a dirty beat, man. No, it is, because that's the clear in the mind beat. That's that, like, you're not even like horny. You're not taking. The only thing you're taking care of is like, I got to get this out of me so I can pass this fucking quiz right now.
And I wonder if his faces are like all business, like
It probably is.
It's
like
not
a
even
weird,
like
it's like a weird staring jerk.
it wasn't even like for pleasure. It was just like just to get through the meeting. Just to get through this Zoom call.
That's what I mean. That's why it was probably like cold to look at. Like, it's just like.
But speaking of,
it's so funny.
People who now having a change of heart when it comes to with like gay rights and whatnot. The new Pope Francis endorsed same-sex civil unions for the first time while being interviewed in a lengthy documentary. He talks about it. I saw that.
What documentary?
It's a documentary he did with News 12, I believe. Oh, not with News 12.
News 12.
Well, News 12 broke it. It's a documentary interview for a feature-length documentary. So
just about the church, about the Pope, about popes in general?
Probably about popes in general.
Okay.
And but about himself also. So he endorses gay unions for the first time.
I mean, that's good. I'm glad that they're
leaping in the right direction.
I mean, they still have to make up for years of of kids, getting molested. But
yeah, that's coming.
But
that's gonna hit the fan.
Yeah, but like, I'm glad that.
But that's like the worst kept secret. That's like when everybody knew that Cosby was drugging chicks and nobody really did anything about it or talked. Everybody knew that Epstein Island existed, but nobody really did anything about it. Nope, it's like this is another one of those like, hear no evil, see no evil.
Yeah. It's basically that, and but like, I mean, that's cool. I mean, it's. I've always kind of viewed it. I'm like, who gives a shit? Like honestly, like, who gives a shit? Like, it's just marriage. And I hate the joke that everybody's like, they should have the right to be as miserable. I'm like, it's just like, it's dumb. It's dumb that like you would think like that affects anybody. It's dumb. It's so dumb that you think you can catch gay, because that's where it all comes from.
Yeah, but it's wars are started over religion.
Oh, that too. I'm saying, so, like, no, you're bad.
Like,
I'm agreeing.
I totally get it, but it's like, damn, like, why do you even care? Like,
that's what I mean.
But there's that video. I just seen it. There's a teacher, I forgot where it was, but he was teaching the kids, like, about Muhammad or something like that, and he even told like his classroom. This is like in one of those countries that allow. That don't allow that. So the kids,
so it's like just overseas or something?
Yeah. So the kids that didn't want to hear it left the classroom, and then like one kid stayed and told his parents, and his parents told somebody, and they came to the school, like some guys came to the school, cut his head off.
Wait, in front of the kids?
I don't know if it was in front of the kids, but they came and grabbed him from the
Because in
school.
my head, I'm just like,
Yeah, and they beheaded him.
fucked up, dude.
Yeah. Wow. And
See, but that's
if
why.
if you're that kid, and if you're that kid's parents, you should feel like
man.
shit. You got a man beheaded.
His documentary is going to be weird when it comes out in 10
There'll be no
years.
documentary. That's what they do over there. I mean, and then
That's what I mean.
And then one of their religious leaders went on to say, "Yeah, we support that type of action, and anybody else who you see doing that, more people should be standing up doing what these people
because
did."
of their religious
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Ugh. That's
Crazy.
why religion scares me, man.
Yeah, it is real scary.
That's what I mean, man. But they get like that. Some of the fucking Christian guys get like that over here.
But that's like cult religious shit, though.
But that's how it
cult
gets.
religions, though.
But that's those deep, like, really, it's like evangelist shit.
Right.
Evangelist shit's basically cultish. I mean, it's also like a magic show. Like, I get it. I like watching like a dude come out to like flames and like Guns N' Roses, which is a real thing.
Yeah, when you go to like mega churches down south,
Dude, it's hilarious. You
They're-
ever watch videos of that shit?
they're college football games.
Yeah, it's crazy. They pump the crowd up beforehand.
They have a warm up guy.
Yeah, they have a comedian that comes out. There's a woman who did it.
There's a warm up guy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even think. I forgot that.
Dude,
they
there's
have
a warm-up guy.
I
Yeah,
forgot that-
there's a dude that's like, this is my thing. I warm up the church.
Yeah.
Like,
Are you ready to praise Jesus?
oh, man, warm-up guys. He's like, is everybody ready?
I mean, to me, that's the ultimate sell of soul. The warm up guy.
Oh, yeah.
For a church, you gotta be
because you have to be clean, but in a way that makes like not a lot of sense to me. I can never be that guy. That's too tempting for me to say something outlandish.
because it's really your interpretation of how you want things to sound as
Exactly.
you push them on people.
But like, what are
'Cause
the
you're not even
rules?
the pastor or the
No,
reverend.
like what do you like? There's got to be rules. You have to say this. You have to plug stuff. I feel like
I mean, when you're dealing with like literally hundreds of people,
thousands.
I was going to say thousands at first, but I'm just like, I mean, I know like Joel is pushing.
Dude, it looks like some of those like the front altars. Do you remember, like you were talking about Power Rangers before, right? It looks like the Zordon thing. Like
Right,
it looks
right.
like that.
Exactly.
And they're like, "Hey, everybody, are you ready to feel the Lord?"
But they'll have 20 200-inch TVs.
Yeah, with projecting and like what was that fucking TV show that? Did you see that one that Danny McBride did called The Righteous Gemstones?
Right.
Dude, nails it.
Yeah.
Fucking nail. That show is
They
fucking
killed
brilliant. They nail it because that's what it is. It's basically like a concert. Like these things are go on tours every time. And then in the middle of it, they do a magic trick where some fucking like lady says, "I have cancer," and then they rub the finger on the forehead, and then they say, "Oh God, we did it," and then they give money. They buckets. I've literally seen a thing where they just pile the money on stage, and you're like, "My God,
It's wild.
it's fucking wild, dude." I get it.
They were taking, credit card donations over COVID.
What's his name? Joel Osteen was doing that, right?
Yeah, Joel Osteen, and
Yeah,
it's just like you have the money.
yeah, man.
You have to really though,
Dude, that guy's suits are so expensive.
And even when they had that flood by his church, he didn't let anybody in.
Yeah, that was this big problem. Everybody had a big problem with him when he was like, no.
He made up some excuse that everybody I don't think he lost any popularity or viewership.
No, he definitely didn't.
You
want to take a break? Do we have to take a break?
Yeah, we probably got a break.
Oh, man, we can't get into religion right now.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Let's take a break. Let's take a break.
All right, so
come back.
Yeah, that was a nice little first half of Fairfax.
Yeah, that was like a
with
really
Fairfax.
nice NPR episode.
Yeah, I told you guys how I got my gash.
It was an amazing story of heroism.
Yeah, I mean, I thwarted 3 criminals,
You sure did.
thugs,
You absolutely did.
gangsters.
In no way, shape, and form.
So that's how I get down. But
Yeah.
we'll see you after the break, and this is Fairfax with Fairfax.
Fairfax, Street Fighter.
Hey, everybody. This is a trip down memory lane with Fairfax. The second time around. And let me tell you about the second time around. The second time I ever played Truth or Dare was at Riverhead Middle School, 8th grade. And we stayed after school, supposed to catch the 4 o'clock bus. Me and 2 guys, 3 girls. So it was 3 on 3, 3 of us, 6 of us. We went on the second floor in this little alleyway, and everybody said truth. The two people in front of me said truth. Then the girl that I was paired with, I knew that she was kind of about that life. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to swing for the fences on this one. But I had never played Truth or Dare where anybody had to do anything too wild. But I was just like, you know what, I'm feeling froggy, horny. I'm going to go for it. I was like, I dare you to show me your titty. And she was like, okay, and just whipped it out. I'm like, wow, okay, that was bananas. And then it was my turn. And for some odd reason, I knew that I wanted to say truth. Like that was going to be the whole funny thing, is that I was going to say truth. But something inside of me said dare. And she was like, oh, I want to see your thing. I was like, oh, wasn't quite ready for that. So I kind of just stood there in silence. And she was like, hello, like, I want to see your thing. I showed you my titty. Now pull your thing out. So I just started laughing, and I turned around and started running down the hallway. And then I didn't go to school. That was on a Wednesday. I didn't go to school Thursday or Friday because I was embarrassed because I didn't want to see any of them again. And I was hoping over the weekend that would kind of go away and nobody would really remember. But come Monday, they couldn't wait to talk to me to find out what happened and why I ran away. I don't remember exactly what I said. I just remember being embarrassed. So, yeah, that was my second time playing Truth or Dare, and one of my last, actually. But I know a lot of you have kids now, and they are coming up on the ripe old age of 8th grade. So I'd be on the lookout for someone possibly asking your daughter to pull a titty out and some girl asking your son to pull his thing out. So that's a trip down memory lane with Fairfax.
It's a rare condition this day and age.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with another episode of Fairfax with Fairfax.
Love that theme song.
Yeah, it is a good one. Makes you feel all warm and tingly inside.
Yeah, it is one of the ones that invokes that spongy, soft emotion inside.
Yeah, I had a show at, it was an all black, it was pretty much all black people there at the Riverhead Polish Town.
This is a stand-up show?
It's just a stand-up show, yeah.
Okay.
And it's funny, the headliner was Capone, and I was doing a before.
Capone from CNN? Capone Noriega?
No, not Capone. No, the gangster of comedy Capone.
Okay.
I don't know if you know of that Capone.
I do not.
I'll show you some of his stand-up later.
Okay.
Yeah, but Capone is very well known.
Okay.
Landis, if you could bring up a photo of Capone, that would be great.
I was laughing because you rhymed that, and it was great.
I didn't even.
Yo, Capone is very well known.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, a friend of mine is his booker, and he allowed me to show him. He allowed me to open up for before his two guys came up. His two openers came up, and
This dude's been on the.
He's on BET, Def Jam.
Is this him in the Breakfast Club, or is that other Capone?
Mm,
That I watch. I like the Breakfast Club. I'm just curious.
yeah, I'm not even sure.
Oh, okay.
Irrelevant
he
to the
seems
story.
familiar. I may have seen him and stuff because he's, It doesn't jump out to me.
Right. So I opened for it before his two openers came. I opened, and what happened was that I hedged a lot of my. I had 10 minutes.
Oh, you were doing 10.
I was doing 10.
You're doing 10. Okay, and you were up. What?
This first. I was.
You were up first.
So
How many comedians were there? I'm sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Other than me, 5 with me.
Okay, so it's not like it's like.
So they each did 20. He did an hour.
Damn. Okay.
So.
And you did 10.
He did 10. So he was nice enough to let me go do my thing.
How'd you do?
I hedged a lot of my bet on a very lengthy Family Matters joke. It was a very, very, very lengthy Family Matters joke.
Have I seen this joke?
No. I had thought of it just for this particular occasion. I was like, it's going to be a black crowd. I'm going to win them over with a lengthy Family Matters joke.
What was the joke?
I don't quite remember the joke, but it based around Elmira.
Elmira?
See, that's what they made that same face that you're making
That the
right
sister?
now. No, that's the girl that likes Steve Urkel.
I thought her name was was it Elmira?
Yeah, that was
I
Elmira.
thought it was Myra.
Well, they might call her Myra, but her name was Elmira.
Okay, but I do remember the girl
Yeah,
that
she
was in love with Steve.
She was a cute black girl, very perky.
Yeah, she was actually really hot.
Yeah, she was really hot. Yeah, she was really hot. But I hedged a lot of my bet on everyone knowing who Elmira was. And I got a lot of people. There was about 4 tables out of say if there was 20 tables of 8 to 12, maybe 4 tables laughed and everybody else just stone cold, just nothing.
Isn't that deflating?
Nothing.
Isn't that deflating as a comedian? Like just when you're doing a show, I know I'm like a glorified open micer, but even when I'm going up there, I get like you build up to do that one show that you're getting like a drink ticket for, and you're all of a sudden you think a joke that's gonna hit. You go, ha, and then you get crickets. Worst is, I'd rather crickets actually than spattered laughter.
But not even that, though. It was like from the word go, it's going bad from the very beginning because...
Oh, you weren't feeling it from the top?
No, from the top, I was feeling it. It's just like...
So
they had opened up the bar before,
okay.
They set everybody down, then they opened up the bar, but the bar was by the stage.
Oh, so you're battling drinks and shit.
So I'm battling drinks.
Oh,
So
I fucking hate, that's why I hate going first.
I could spit and hit the drink line. You know what I mean? So the table's in front of me here, drinks are going this way behind me.
Yeah.
So I got the drink.
So you hear the clinking right here.
The clinging and clanging.
That kills me.
People talking online.
Oh, fuck that.
You know what I mean? People are talking right online, you know?
And you're like, I understand it's a bar, but like, this is ridiculous.
But in hindsight, I would have been doing the same thing if I was in their shoes.
Oh, yeah?
There's no way I wouldn't
yell.
The bar is finally open. Why wouldn't I go get a drink? And then I'm online. This was... this has nothing to do with COVID. This is way before that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it was a meeting of a lot of Riverhead people. So we hadn't seen each other. Like, a lot of people hadn't seen each other in a long time.
She had friends there and shit.
Yeah, that and everybody else did too.
Oh, so this was like a big...
Yeah, this was
this is a party.
This is 200 people of everybody knowing each other.
200 fucking people.
Yeah, this is 200 people.
Nice crowd size.
Nice.
That's a good crowd size for fucking doing a show at the Polish Hall, I'm saying.
Especially it's a great crowd for a slumber silence it was almost like if you shoot a gun in a crowd, and now you know how like we shoot a gun in a crowd, it immediately gets quiet, and then a couple of people start chattering.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's the type of laughter
Christ.
I had. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Oh, so it was. That's the worst to hear that. It's like, and the Steve Urkel,
Yeah, I even forgot what it was. It was based off of Elmira.
There's a problem with that second half of that show too. Is a lot of that was probably laced into Steve making a fucking teleport pad and going to Disney World.
No, I think I was
Wasn't that in the middle of all the wacky shit, like really wacky shit though? That's why a lot of people don't remember it.
Yeah, but then I made a joke about that, and then it led on to
remember Robo Steve?
Yeah, and then it went on from that to a joke about a different world. You know what I mean?
Was a different world Friends?
Yes, Black Friends.
That was no, it's just it's
Yeah,
right, Black Friends.
Black Friends. There was no friends and white
But it's
friends.
the exact same show. It's the same character dynamics, right?
Yes, just with black people's plight and
Yeah, my friend Justin has said this for years because he likes Friends, but he's like, yeah, different world. Like I saw this show when I was a kid. It was called Different World, and I was like, "What's that?"
Yeah, very good show. Very good show. You should go back and watch it.
I will.
He
lets me. He like sends me all the. He sends me all the. We share like an online like Plex thing.
Gotcha.
So I can like put videos on there and shit. We share them.
I don't know what a Plex thing is, but I'm gonna say I got you anyway.
Whatever, man. Just edit that out. I really botched that. I sounded like a stuttering asshole. I didn't know where I was going with that.
Thing.
No, edit it out.
We won't be doing that. All right, but let's
I
see.
sound
What
like I have
else?
special needs.
You know what else I saw that was funny? Not even funny. It was just interesting that Dr. Dre's wife caught in a $350,000 embezzlement case.
Currently married to him still?
No, Dr. Dre's wife, who I read off that laundry list of things that she wanted in a divorce.
Oh yeah.
And now she gets caught in a $350,000 embezzlement case. Yeah, so she's
from Dr. Dre himself.
Yeah, trying to embezzle money from him. Yeah.
always with this shit.
Yeah, so
Dude,
she's
Johnny
not-
Depp went through the same thing.
Well, Johnny Depp lost a shitload of money.
650 million.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like
People
this-
just been siphoning money from him for years.
But this happens to like people in this position all the time. This happens, and I don't mean like, I don't know. You have to check the statistic, but I know this happens a lot with like fucking like married like people who are famous. Like Dane Cook, didn't Dane Cook get embezzled from by his fucking brother?
Yeah, but it was for like $2 million or something like that.
That
I mean, it's a lot.
sucks,
Listen,
too.
It's a lot, but
I'm mad when I lose $5.
Listen, I hear you. Fuck yeah,
I'm just saying. No, that's weird though. But she was so she's not winning this case.
No, it's already, that part is already done. That she is like, they're not even asking for all that shit anymore. They're just like,
Oh,
whatever you think is fair. Can you please?
Oh, it's one of those things. It's like, hey,
it's come down to a very humbling like.
I've said some things early on that maybe.
Yeah, how about we sit down and talk? Can we? You want me to blow you? Can I?
Whatever lap dances all around, guys. Whatever you guys need. Fuck,
Seriously,
man.
she got humble real quick.
That shit happens though. When people get caught like that,
Low
like,
reality check. Yeah,
hard
reality
caught.
check.
You ever been hard caught like that? And
See,
you're
but,
just
like,
like, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be
She
so
got
nice.
the low end of the totem pole, but like then there's like Jeff Bezos' wife, who is now the richest woman in the world.
Yeah, but he's legitimately a piece of shit, isn't he?
Not to my knowledge, nothing has come out that says anything like that.
To be fair, I don't know. I'm just asking because
nothing has come
so
out.
hard
She-
to keep track in this day and age.
She has not come out and said one thing, but
They just got divorced, right?
well, but she got 15. She's now the richest woman in the world with.
Yeah, but did she build any of that company with him? Honest question. Or did she?
I don't
was
know.
he rich and then he married her?
He was already Jeff Bezos before marrying her, but he wasn't as filthy rich as he is.
I'm sure
now.
people are going to call me a chauvinist pig, and I think we've said this before on the show, but like, nah.
I mean, I think
You're
she
not, but she shouldn't. All right, you know what? I'm not saying she can't have the money. I'm blah blah blah. I'm saying she shouldn't be on the Forbes list, and we said that last time, right? But like,
Right.
It's like, never mind.
I mean, but people inherit money that do nothing either. So I can't
That's
say
true. And I live, living in Sag Harbor. You see a lot of people that didn't earn any of the money that they're throwing around.
that. Very true. Very true. I was looking at the some local news, and the local news review had
What's local news?
What's
What's in the local news? I mean,
yes,
I sound so fucking stupid today.
Dr. Spencer, a physician and a Democrat who has served on the legislation since 2012, was arrested and arraigned after meeting with a prostitute that he tried to give 2 oxycodone pills for in exchange for sex, but she actually turned out to be an undercover cop.
That's a hell of a headline.
Yeah,
Can I see that? May I read that? No, you read it again. Actually, I'd like.
read it again.
Let me see this whole.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That's just.
2 oxycontin for sex.
Oh, this is what the DA's office said.
Yeah, that's what the deal. Yeah,
Dr.
That's what the
Spencer,
DA
physician and Democrat who has served on the legislative since 2012, was arrested at an arranged 2 oxy. I mean, 2 pills. Like this.
I mean, but that's all. I think the way they classify.
No,
them
I'm
is
just
way
let down. I mean,
different.
no, they classify this shit differently. I just expected more from this guy.
I mean, he knew the growing rate to get prostitute.
I
plus,
thought like politicians were like cocaine guys. Like that was their thing.
well, he's a doctor and a physician.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So
never
he
mind.
can, he probably has access to it. So
No,
he
this
was
makes
like,
sense in the drug world now.
what's the street value of 2?
Honestly,
they're
like
ungettable now, I believe.
Yeah, but like I have some friends that like were, let's just call them drug addicts. That's what they were for a little bit. They're good now, they're clean. But I know like I remember they would like, you ever ask like a friend that was like deep into like hard drugs, like weird questions?
Yeah.
I do it all the time. It's fucking fascinating, right? I don't mean any weird way. I just never really lived that hard, so I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, but it's fascinating how they A, got there, and B, what made them stay for so long.
Oh, yeah.
And what made them get out.
And the levels, the
Yeah,
different levels.
those
of being
highs
like
and
that.
lows. Yeah.
So like I know like oxycodone, I know it was like $25 a pill at one point, just because like I asked my buddy, he's like, "What were you paying?" And he would get a jar because he was like, all of his money was, he would get a jar. And it was like $25
Because they would need them. They would have to chew those up to get through the day.
Yeah, exactly, because he was a heroin addict.
Right,
But he
yeah.
did the pills he was oxycodone. This was so crazy about like hard drugs, like not even like cocaine or anything like that, but like opiates in general. Like when I have a buddy of mine that was a heroin addict, and God bless him, he's clean and sober, he's a wonderful friend. But like he would tell me these stories of just like how he would get through the day. Like he would have little bit, because he snorted it, so you have little bindles, right? But like he would say like I would do this to get through the day. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean, that's addiction. But at the same time, I'm just like, that's crazy. And then I mean another guy who's like, I was taking the oxycodones to like get through the day because, you know, I wanted to leave my heroin at home, which really is just organizing when you look at it. I mean, if you're going to be a drug addict, I guess you really have to put your priorities in check.
You know,
But like, that's crazy to me.
They find a way. I remember there used to be, I used to work at a vitamin store, and they used to have a pre-workout called
Cocaine.
It pretty much was meth without calling it. It was pretty much
Like how
pharmaceutical.
Adderall is basically meth.
Yeah, it was pretty much pharmaceutical grade meth. Oh man, I can't remember the fucking name. There's probably people
I had a lot of
yelling
friends
with the name. It might have been.
that took this shit.
It wasn't B4. It was something else.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I had a lot of friends who were like gym rats in college. So they took a lot.
Right,
of,
yeah,
like,
it wasn't B4. It was something else. It wasn't Oxy. It wasn't Oxy Elite.
Was this before it was like checked really, and you'd look at the back of some
Yeah,
of these things,
it-
and you're
it-
like,
it
"There's
was- they were
a
not
fucking
checking it.
dangerous amount of caffeine in this."
Because they had like cops and firefighters taking it, and they were popping up on drug tests for meth.
Yeah, it was fucking. Yeah, that's when all the fucking. That's when the because I was an ADD kid, so like I had to take Ritalin, which was meth.
Very
You know,
low grade, yeah.
Low grade meth, but then what was it? Concerta was the other one I took. I never got the sweet Adderall. I got the low grade shit. But like, I remember when all that just stopped. Like,
They were like, kids are getting addicted to this shit. Kids are selling it.
well, kids are selling it. Kids are selling it in college, and then like, then it became big with athletes, didn't it? Didn't it become like it was big with athletes in general. It's just crazy that like, and eventually, like, you watch a whole documentary for somebody to say like, "This is meth." And you're like, "What?" It's like, "No, it's meth." Like, there's no way around it. It's meth.
Right.
Like, that's the whole documentary.
I mean, they had to like change drug tests to like find out, like, because you would find out what's banned. They were like cops, and
Yeah.
you know, if you work for any type of government job, you would come in there with a laundry list of things that these are the pre-workouts I can take. These are pre-workouts I can't take.
Okay.
And I was like,
That's crazy.
that's crazy that they would even sell these then
It's
if they
just
would
legal
pop
meth.
for drug tests.
It's
Yeah.
legal meth.
Right.
It's crazy.
But yeah, they said that. Let's see, Dr. William Spencer.
So wait, he had a
Senate
hooker too? Was that the thing?
I'm going to tell you.
I'm sorry.
So he contacted through
Apologize.
text message earlier on Tuesday by undercover officer as a part of an investigation by the DA's office in the local Long Island heroin task force. He allegedly agreed via text to provide the undercover officer with oxycodone pills in exchange for sex.
Oh, okay. So this was like a trade.
Yeah, this is
So wait, he was offering the pills.
yes, she was
Dude,
offering.
this is
the
like
sex.
some grimy politician shit. This is like stuff that you like. Yeah, that's like some fucking. That's like scandal shit.
Yeah, it's a local Democrat. I hated it because it was a local Black Democratic.
He's black and Democratic. That's awful.
Yeah, it's like fuck.
Hey man, here's the thing. But I guarantee you, look up right now, you can find this is the thing about it. Anytime the Republican stories come out, it's always all the Democrats do is fuck hookers and do blow. All the Republicans fuck kids.
Well, it depends. It's like, would I rather be caught jerking off on Zoom
It's true.
or giving jerking off on Zoom? Jerking off on Zoom. I wouldn't want to be caught giving oxycodone to a prostitute in an undercover sting.
No, it's definitely
All
a
of it sounds
skeevier
filthy.
situation.
Yeah.
No, it's like because it just sounds low. Like he didn't even get caught. He didn't even get like caught at the Comac Motor Inn or anything like that.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's some like.
He was in a fucking he was in a back alley behind like a Sonic, and he's like, "What's up? Is your name Lola? Awesome. Yeah, I'm here to party. I got the candy."
and he contacted her via text message. It's like, why would you even?
It's like a back page thing.
No, well, he texted her. I mean, wherever it was, he still texted her. So there's a paper trail. So why would you even go paper trail route?
Yeah, I mean that's.
You go phone call, no name.
How do you think that's not going to get back to you? Like if you're, I'm not saying if you're like Joe, whatever. Like nobody cares. That's just the truth of the matter. Like text as many prostitutes as you want. No one's going to care.
Right.
But if you're like of any kind of prominence, eventually that shit's going to get back to you.
It has to.
Yeah, because I honestly feel like not that. Not that, but like as soon as like the police are like this sting, they're just like normal person, politician, and they're just like, oh, and then they perk up.
Yeah, they got you.
Yeah, they're like,
hook, line, and
oh,
sinker,
we're
they
definitely
got
going to get this guy. You know what I mean?
Then it's who else is involved.
Exactly.
They can't tie any knots together. They're just like, oh, we'll just get you then.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they passed up a few people to get to this guy. Let me put it that way.
Definitely.
You know, they definitely let a few people go. That's my weird Alex Jones, the globalist conspiracy theory brain.
Alex Jones. Funny.
My bad Alex Jones impersonation.
So Disney just
What are they closed?
no, they just released a warnings. They released warnings now. So Disney has now put prefaces on some of their old films with a warning of racist stereotypes.
Like Songs of the South?
Yeah, well, that's just really one. I don't even remember that being a full cartoon other than just that song.
That was that an anthology movie? Like it was several stories?
Yeah, I think it was several
because
stories.
I don't.
Right.
Here's the thing: I never watched that movie. I knew, like I think there was a clip of it on like a sing-along Disney VHS that I had, but I never had the movie.
Right.
I had like I only had the ones I had like Jungle Book and all that shit, but I never actually had that. I definitely remember Zippity Doo Dah Zippity Yay,
Yeah.
because that was on the tape. But I
Right.
never watched the full movie, so I also never. My parents didn't love me enough to take me to Disney World, so I had no reference.
Well, I knew that they were going to. They wanted to keep them on there because they're like, well, this is a part of our history, so they just needed to find a way to make it sound right. You know what I
No,
mean?
but you like later on when I actually watched that movie when I was older, I was like, oh, this is terrible. Like, this is
Oh yeah, it was, but it was like I was shown it.
Happy Slave. Like that's what it is. Like.
Yeah, I was shown it probably when I was like 14, and I was like, wow, this is fucked up.
Right away, you were like,
Yeah.
you weren't like, oh, it's Disney. Like, you right away
But
got
it's
it.
like they really hit on a lot of religions though, like
Yeah.
Indians. They would make them with a super red face and shit like that.
I think that was just a couple Puerto Ricans with feathers in their hair.
right. They would go
Find a real Indian for me at that time. Like,
they would go pretty far and beyond.
yeah, I mean, you just keep poking over. He's like, I love National Geographic. I love it.
No, the racial appropriation I was pretty.
Oh,
wild.
I'm sorry. They raped. Now I feel like an asshole.
No, it was. I'm just
No, it's
saying.
awful. It's terrible. But it's also like, first of all, they started prefacing that with some of the Bugs Bunny cartoons. Remember?
I don't know if they're gonna do that with that stuff.
They did it already.
Oh, they did it already. Oh,
They
okay.
did that when they released it because they did the whole, like, Bugs Bunny does the Al Jolson jazz singer thing, like he does blackface.
Oh, right.
Remember?
Yes, he does.
But
Yes, I
also,
do
it was
remember
actually more for Warner Brothers is guilty of that, but more so guilty of being racist towards, because they have all those wartime cartoons where they depict Japanese people extremely poorly.
Right.
Like it's like big teeth. Like it's yeah, exactly. The face that he's making right now is how they all looked, extremely exaggerated, and then like, but. That was their big thing because they did a lot of.
They would do a lot of the whole full.
Oh yeah, it's like, well, we go into the fight now, but like it was
Yeah.
the most. And you watch it, and I remember as a kid, they were on TV. They would show them in like the history of Warner Brothers, and you're like, and even as a kid, then
But I
I was
wasn't
like,
even laughing because it was Chinese. I was just laughing because it was funny.
it looked like they're hitting each other with hammers, and I think that's
Right,
funny.
yeah. I thought it was
I also
just
have no
funny.
context. I saw these after the war was over. I'm not like, yeah, I got to get the Japanese menace.
Right.
Like I wasn't. I'm just like, look at these morons. But they preface them with the. I remember they did that with the Bugs Bunny cartoons. So are they? They're not erasing any of
No,
these.
they're not erasing it. No.
Do you think they should erase them?
I mean,
I don't feel
they're
like I could
wild.
ever make like the part of me doesn't care, so I don't. But like
yeah, I don't know what good it does other than to show you Disney's history. But I mean,
Disney's history is very like it's not good.
right? It's
Like up and down at best. Like
Right.
yes, they made some great films, but they like fucking. Never mind
They have
like
a lot of Nazi propaganda.
the probability that Disney hates Jews is pretty high.
a lot of Nazi stuff.
Yeah, they did not like the Jewish people. But also, just like there's stories of like Walt was like an asshole to like certain like the Mary Poppins thing. You watch that Tom Hanks movie, they make it seem like a casual misunderstanding. Like this, I think he bought her out and like said like he says she didn't know there was gonna be cartoons in it. And then like the premiere is like, go fuck yourself, lady. I put cartoons in it.
Yeah, I don't know that much.
Like I
about
just
it.
like the
Yeah.
idea of Disney like smiling at the camera, then turning around and be like, "Yo, English bag, take a fucking hike. I own you now." Like,
Well, the whole thing is they have enough money to do whatever they want.
yeah.
So
well, like
it's,
that's why I like The Boys so much because like Vought, if you know The Boys, the company Vought,
Yeah.
it's just Disney, and it's
Yeah.
just Disney being like, they're not far off from this.
Oh yeah, the owner, the head,
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, he's been killing it. He was just like,
If you need a villain at the last second to spice up the second season of your show, look no further than Giancarlo Esposito. He is in every second season show that's awesome.
he also was like, he's against like, you know how like they tried to do the girl power thing in Marvel,
Dude, that's brilliant.
and then
They did it, and I understand his point. This has been going around a lot, actually. People being pissed off at him for
he
this.
wrapped it up so nicely with them like whooping
it's beautiful.
Stormfront's ass at the end. It
was
just
great.
like-
Because and that's what they do. Like I read the comic. In the comic, I'm like, I hope they stomp him out because it's just satisfying. The character's a bastard in the comic too. It's a horrible, not like they write the character so awfully that I remember. Like, I know it's fake, but I remember sitting there being like, I called my best friend after one of the episodes, and I was just like, hey, man, I can't wait for her to die. Like, it was just one of those things where she's just so awful, and they stomp her out. And it was great because it was just the comments. It was a big kind of fuck you to Marvel.
It was. They did a couple of them throughout.
It's really Marvel. They don't seem to take aim at WB or DC too much. They seem to take aim at the Marvel stuff.
Because you don't want to go at everybody. You know what I mean? You don't need to rock the boat everywhere. You know.
I think he made a point being like, he says he likes the Kripke, which is also like he's making the point of being like, I think they're great. I just don't think there should be 50 of them.
Well, he said that he hates that Marvel's attitude is usually, hey, don't worry, just stay, just keep your
credits.
He said no. It's like more like telling people, hey, don't worry about it. Just wait for somebody strong to come and help you. Don't help yourself. Just wait for somebody strong and come to help you.
Well, that's the misconception. I'm not. This is going to sound weird. I read a lot of comics. The misconception I think about comics is I've never once. And I think that's what it is. Marvel kind of makes it seem that way. Whereas if you can tell a good story with a character, whether a hero or not, like it doesn't, that isn't the thing. And he's kind of right because it is kind of like, don't worry, somebody will punch it.
Yeah.
I see the point, you know.
So and then with the boys, it's like, no, people die if you don't try to hurt. Like if you
don't do the right thing.
If you don't try to help yourself, then you will die.
Exactly.
You know?
That's why that show's brilliant.
Yeah, it is great. Really good show, The Boys.
And as a guy, like I wasn't a big Marvel guy. Like I was a pronounced DC fan. So when they started making Marvel movies, I was in college. A lot of my friends just started making fun of me. I was like, what the fuck, man?
I mean, The Boys is such an anti-superhero show that if you hate Marvel movies, then you'll love this.
See, it's also, I think, a celebration of it, too, because I don't think you can come up with a show like that if you actually hate superheroes. Does that make sense?
True, yeah.
I think you have to have some kind of...
Well, you might just hate how they're depicted.
Oh, this is definitely a specific... Because if you look at the comic, it's actually... It takes place... He's the same thing. This commentary is supposed to be Disney, but it takes place in the very early days of Marvel. So they had to change very little from the comic to be like as far as setting goes. But like, it's just fucking I just like the show a lot because it's the only piece of like superhero TV show that kind of like it really does flip it on its head. Everybody's always like, oh, this show flips on it. This really flips it on its head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, they did a really good job with it. I mean,
yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to gush over. I just fucking love that show. It's fucking great.
No, that's all right. I had asked you about this before, then I didn't bring it up.
What's up?
You saw the cougar attack video, right?
Yeah, dude. It's like this was crazy. I watched the whole thing.
It's a 6 minute and 16-second video of a guy he's in Utah.
I thought it was California. No, that's when I thought it was a mountain lion. It's a cougar.
No, yeah, this was
Originally
Utah.
thought it was a mountain lion.
And he's just, I mean, I couldn't imagine.
First of all, that's a big fucking cat.
It really, but once I saw the two babies there, I would have known
you
to
see
like
it right away.
back off. Yeah, back off.
Like if you watch the video, it's weird. It has like a snuff film like quality to it.
Right.
Where like because this part and I'm such like a horror movie guy. I'm sitting there like, oh, this is where the guy's face gets hit. Like I'm waiting for this thing to jump at him.
But it has the anxiety of like
it does.
You know what? Only reason why I knew it wasn't going to go really that bad is because of the format that I seen it on. I knew it wasn't. True. I was like, if this guy dies, they're not going to show it on this channel, like on here.
If that ended a different way, I'd be like, yeah, all right. Facebook's taken a dark turn lately. Like,
right.
You know, like this is like something they're promoting, putting out there. But it's like the thing. First of all, what's creepy? It's a creepy video because the thing doesn't like. It's actually misleading. The video says runs at him. The thing runs at him. But it stalks him for like, at least the video that I watched, it said, cougar runs at man for 6 minutes. So I'm thinking like, he's like,
no way. Yeah, he would have died. Yeah.
But this thing slowly stalks this man as he is out of breath, yelling. He's trying, at one point he tries to scare it, which to me, I'm like, dude.
I mean, but you got to do what you got to do. They said if he had turned his back, it probably would have killed him.
Yeah,
if he had turned his back.
Yeah, he kept looking at it. And, but like at one point the thing like flaps its paws. Like it gets big. Even I'm like sitting there and watching it. And I'm like, holy fuck.
I mean, it's just.
What'd you think? Like when you saw that, when you saw the thing like fucking slash at him.
I was just like, this is why you just. There's just certain places I'm not going to go adventure.
It's true.
You know what I mean? It's just like, if there's, hey, be on the lookout for bears. It's like when there's shark, like these are shark infested waters. Like, why are you guys going in?
Yeah.
Like,
That's like,
it says there's sharks in here.
well, Montauk, everybody's always like, we're going to Montauk. I'm like, yeah, where great whites are in the summer out there all the time.
I mean,
They tag them. And you can look at them on the radar. And I see people swimming and they're like, there's the great white. I'm like, yeah, fuck that.
yeah, that's wild. Yeah.
There are sharks. Sharks freak me out. I'm not like afraid of the ocean.
You're in their territory.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I'm not worried about.
That's a
like,
wild animal.
I'm not worried about a wild animal coming up to my house. Like that's why I can never live in like Australia.
Yo,
Like, it's wild in Australia. Like,
I know everybody makes a joke like everything in Australia will kill you, but like it's the only reason that people say it all the time is because it's fucking true.
Yeah, definitely.
Tiger sharks, one of the deadliest sharks, are like the indigenous shark there.
Yeah.
I remember because my cousin went to like married an Australian guy, like lived in Australia for a little bit, and she would say like there would just be a giant lizard in her house because they just like an iguana, like something, and like that's not necessarily creepy,
Right.
but like imagine just waking up and all of a sudden like you don't own an iguana, and then all of a sudden there's one when you're making your fucking breakfast. Like that's fucking crazy.
But it's also what you're used to seeing. Like if I lived in fucking Zimbabwe and
It's
an
true.
elephant walked by, I said that's some crazy ass shit. But
But if
they're
you
like,
lived in Zimbabwe-
they're like fucking elephants walk through town sometimes. It's like, ain't that a bitch? Like,
Yeah, but
you know?
like the things that can come in your house that can actively kill, like there's spiders that are just around that can get in your house that are like, yeah, if it bites you, your arm will fall off.
Well, when I saw it, what I saw was a guy in Australia who had headphones, construction headphones, and he went to go pick it up, and he felt something fuzzy in his ear.
Yo,
and
fuck that! I saw this. Fuck this. This
he
I just
opened
gave
it
me
up,
nightmares.
and it was a huntsman spider, and I was like, oh my god.
Damn it! I have headphones.
You know, right?
on. Fuck you.
I was like, I don't know if I checked before I put mine on, but I was like, I always wanted to like. I was like, now I won't ever be checking that.
Are you seriously
from now
going to end on this note? On the spider in the ear note?
the spider in the ear.
We taking a break or we done?
We're gonna take a break
Oh,
and
that's
then we'll
right.
wrap it up shortly
All
after
right, cool.
this. All right. Hey, ladies and germs. This is another childhood story from Fairfax. When I was about 8 or 9, I got an iguana. A nice, probably 1.5 foot iguana. Big tank. I lived in a place called Calverton Hills. And it was, I couldn't have a dog for some reason. I don't know if I was allowed to. You just couldn't have one of them anyway. But the iguana was what I wanted anyway. The reptile was big. I loved it. His name is Henry. Now, the thing with iguanas is that you have to keep the heat lamp on 24/7, or else they'll get cold and die. So one night, it was a Monday night, I feed him his lettuce, go upstairs, and he's perfectly healthy and fine. Getting ready for school in the morning on Tuesday, come downstairs, he is brown and dead. I am devastated. I'm like, why would Henry have died? I had the heat lamp on, I gave him his lettuce, why would it be dead? My dad was watching Monday Night Football, and he was trying to watch it, but the lamp from the iguana was bothering him, so he figured I'll turn that off while I watch the game. And you can't turn that off. And brown was the final color that Henry changed before dying. So yeah, that's another interesting childhood story with Fairfax. Cut and break.
One fine day with a woof and a purr, a baby was born and it caused a little stir. No blue-buzzard, no three-eyed frog.
You know what this is?
feline,
Yeah, it's Cat Dog, baby.
Cat Dog.
It was like the last Disney, not Disney, Nickelodeon show that I really like watched religiously. This was a funny fucking show. It was like one of the, yeah.
And we're back for part 3 of Fairfax with Fairfax, and I'm with Joe Winshaw. I don't know if I ever introduced you from the very beginning.
Hey, man.
Not
Yeah, you did.
100%
We were,
sure.
well, I was captivated by that
Yeah,
insane story
yeah. Sure.
about you being the hero of the night, or the hero we deserve, or the one we need.
Either or,
One of those.
take that.
You're one of those Nolan quotes. I can't remember which one.
I go as the Black Mosquito.
That would be your superhero. Mm-hmm. I'm so not the Green Hornet.
Nope.
What would your outfit be? Would it be like the?
Pretty much what I have on right now.
So you would be like that. Would you have like a mask? Though? Would you be like the Robin mask?
Nope.
Just
come out as is. Just black T-shirt, sweatpants.
So you'd like Luke Cage?
Kinda.
Yeah, he didn't have a mask.
Not
Everybody knew Luke. Luke was part of the neighborhood. He was a hero for hire.
He was bulletproof. That helped.
Yeah, but you know ninjutsu.
Doesn't stop.
So you're like the Black Batman. Black man.
I'm not a billionaire either, so I guess we lose.
Yeah, but they don't
there.
know that. You can just.
Well, until they just pull out a gun and shoot me, and then they'll find out very quickly that I'm.
You're really downplaying how much of a badass you were being before. Like,
well, these men
before
didn't have guns, so it was easy for me to.
You don't know if they didn't have guns. They weren't quick enough to pull them out.
That was when heroism kicked in, and
I don't know, man. I feel like if there was a guy who pulled a gun on me and I was with you, I knew that I'd be fine because I was with you.
No, it was a pretty girl. See?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it was a
so
guy,
you'd run if it was me.
Yeah, you just would have.
Wait, so would you?
Whatever happened. Yeah.
So if someone came at me with a knife, would you be like,
I'm like Joe? I'm like Joe. That guy has a knife.
All right, no, this is good because I've been burned in front.
Well, the whole thing is this though: if he had a knife, and then if it was smaller than my knife, I'd say, "Hey Joe, hey, don't worry about it because that's not a knife. This is a knife." And then I would have said some more Australian jargon to him, and then he would have stopped.
I want that to happen. I like the idea of Australian.
I'd have said, "Oi,
oi."
Good day.
Is that Australian? G'day. There
Good
it is.
day.
Oi is like English.
Yeah.
Oi.
A lot of that. Stop it, mate. Matey.
Hey, I'm ready.
Yeah. Shrimp on the barbie.
Bollocks. I don't know. Why is this black man yelling at us right now in a poor English accent?
Yeah.
Like,
You want a burger? It's like that's just burger.
We're from Sayville,
Yeah,
dude. Like,
it's
what the
not
hell's
really-
going on right now? Because they've got in Keith's mind, they're like, look at some Cockney street toughs have come to take on my friend.
Yeah, if they do Crocodile Dundee 3, they can use that as a soundbite for if they need black Australians. Like non-Aborigines, like just.
Oh,
like,
okay. Because I was going to say, I don't think I know any like black Australians that aren't Aborigines.
Without that voice, with like
I don't know any
like
personally, but-
like a good Australian voice instead of that like
What do you
down, like they have like Southern Australian voices instead of like the good Australian like.
Oh, like the accent?
Yeah, you want the what was it?
Hello.
What was his last name? Hogan. You want the
Paul Hogan.
With the
I think it's Paul Hogan.
You
He's
want
got the nice one.
You want the
One up here.
Americanized. But you know, it's like finding out like. I wonder if he was really from Australia, or was he like?
No, he's from Australia.
Or was he like Ivan Putski?
Yeah, I remember I did a deep dive on this shit one time because I thought the same thing. I thought, was this because like Crocodile Dundee, great movie. If you ever haven't watched it, you're like, this is so stupid, but it's great.
It's amazing how British guys can play Americans without like.
Yeah, that's the thing
Without
now,
no-
right?
with no
Any
effort.
major actor now is either
Yeah.
British, Australian, or like Irish or some shit.
Yeah, I'd have never known a lot of them. I'm just like, holy shit, that's how he really talks.
I thought, well, it was crazy to me because like Pierce Bronson was James Bond. And that's not even how Pierce Bronson actually sounds because Pierce Bronson is actually like Scottish or some shit.
Right.
Same thing with Sean Connery, except Sean Connery said, fuck all, I'll keep the accent or something.
Yeah, he's not even.
He was like a
stopped
Scottish
trying.
James Bond, yeah.
Yeah, he stopped trying.
What was I talking about? God damn it, I went off on a tangent. Doesn't matter. The point is this. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I lost it. I'm
I was
sorry.
wondering where you want to go with that one.
Sometimes I can steer it back with
Yeah,
that.
I can't even alley-oop you on that one. I have
sorry.
no clue where you were going with that.
I was on a fun tear for a second though.
Yeah, no, listen, you definitely were. You know what's funny? So I was at my friend's house the other day, and he was like, you know what, his wife left. He was like, well, not left.
Left him?
No, not left him.
I don't know if you should be talking about your friend like this.
No, she left for work or whatever. And we
My
went.
wife, he was suicidal, so
Yeah.
I called him up and I said, "Listen, man, I'm going to come over. We're going to watch some. We're going to binge watch something. It's going to be great."
Yeah, we had just came from golf, and he was like, you know what, I'm going to let him have what I always had as a kid. And I was like, what's that? He was like, soda with breakfast. And I was like, you know what? I do know a lot of kids that I grew up with that had soda with breakfast.
What? That never was a thing for me. That
I mean,
never mixed
like
with me.
Pancakes, eggs, and soda.
No, that sounds dope now to me though. At the time, no, I'd be like milk because breakfast. This is weird. To me, like breakfast was breakfast. Like I wouldn't have bitched about it. Like I wasn't gonna have a mental breakdown. I'd be like, yeah. I mean, obviously I gotta wash this down.
But you never had it.
No, that wasn't a thing. I had a big ass glass of chocolate milk. That was my thing.
The kids, I used to babysit these kids that used to have cereal with soda.
Wait, what?
Like they would have a bowl of cereal with milk, and then also have no, I'm sorry. He would have dry Lucky Charms and a glass of Coca-Cola.
That's different.
Yeah, he would have.
I've
dry
done that.
Lucky Charms.
That's different. I've done that.
Don't make that sound normal though.
No,
That's
you're not
still
putting
weird.
milk. No. You're not putting milk into the scenario. That's not weird.
I think milk. There's like a drink with milk and Coca-Cola in it.
It's disgusting. Is
So
what
like
it is.
it's like one of those old timey names, like a Rob Rubin.
It's
or
called
something
Rusty Cum. That's what it's called.
It has an old timey name. Rona, look up a drink with Coca-Cola and.
Is that a real?
milk.
That can't be a real thing.
It is. It's called like a Rodney Richer or
Rodney Richer.
Becky
Ew.
Stevens or something.
It's called an old Betcha Stevens.
Yeah, it might have ice cream in it. No, I
What?
I think it's just Coca-Cola milk and something. And like,
Ew. This can't be real. Is this real?
I'm pretty sure it is.
You don't have anything?
Maybe I made that up.
Let me look it up. You're gonna.
Mandela effect. That's what that is. That's the Mandela effect.
That's the Mandela effect.
It's not actually that. It's like I know.
But I've never heard it. The Mandela effect is hearing something that's the Bernstein Bears versus the Berenstein Bears, right? Isn't that what it is? People remember.
Right. Well, it's the Bernstein Bears.
I have no. I don't know. That's how I know we're not in this. I don't know we're not in a simulation. But nobody had. What's up? Is that real? Is it real? Keith's making shit up. This is
What
fake
happens
facts.
when you mix two drinks? Pouring milk and Coca-Cola, vice versa, results in reaction of prophosic acid in the Coke to
like
the proteins in the milk, cause them to stick together, create lumps that later sell at the bottom of the short. It makes it curl. Yeah, I figured that, but there's a drink.
Oh, you're talking about like a root beer float?
See, Colorado Bulldog.
Colorado Bulldog.
That was what I was talking about.
Ew.
I mean, a Black Russian has Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that's Kahlua. No, Black Russian that's Kahlua, dude.
Oh yeah, right. True.
That's Kahlua and milk.
You know what?
No, it's just Kahlua and like rum or some or vodka or some shit.
That could be wrong.
I think you're definitely wrong. I'm going to call you out on the Coca-Cola milk drink.
There is a drink that has something weird in it like that. I just can't think about it.
You think of like coffee, like chocolate soda?
No, this is like, it's something like milk in a drink you wouldn't think.
You're rhyming like a motherfucker tonight. Milk and drink you wouldn't think. Potent, you didn't even know it. I don't know. It sounds suspect to me. I don't know, but I never had that. Like that was see, that's different. I've had like a Coca-Cola and like eating dry cereal. That to me is like chips. That's dry. You're not putting because that's what I mean.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm going back.
That's weird shit though.
Yeah, but you're not going to take you're not going to eat cereal with milk in it and then slug down a Coca-Cola. That seems like it's going to build up like a hefty yellow liquid in your throat.
I don't want to wash down any sugary marshmallow treat with soda.
That's what I mean, dude. I'm not doing that with milk anyway.
And then what else would surprise me was his kid. For lunch, we went to McDonald's and he was like, "What do you want?" He was like, "The McChicken sandwich." I was like, "You wouldn't rather have McNuggets, buddy, over the McChicken sandwich?" He was like, "No, the sandwich is better." I was like, "Yeah, little shit." I was like, "Never in my life would I ever say the McChicken sandwich over the McNuggets." Are you kidding me?
I always get both.
I mean, I'm just saying, if I'm going Desert Island, choose one.
Oh, you're going Desert Island? I'll probably pick nuggets. I don't want to live without nuggets. There it is. I'll say it.
Even if you make a perfect McChicken sandwich, sometimes you can catch it with that like chicken gizzard like lump in the middle of it, that gizzard ball. And then on top of that, they put that bullshit confetti lettuce on there.
I just have no
shredded
lettuce.
up wet confetti lettuce. It's what you see on pinatas. It does
Shimmy
look
like
in the
that.
sun.
It does. It looks like because they put it through like a vertical shredder.
Right. It's like
It's
why
like
does it look
strips of lettuce on it.
It looks so manufactured. It's like there's nothing about that McChicken sandwich that looks appetizing at all.
I'll eat it. But I get it. I get where you're
I
coming
mean, I
from.
would just take the nugget over the sandwich.
No, but I'm not like if you give me Desert Island, I pick nuggets every time.
Yeah.
I once my buddy once ate 50 of those fucking things in front of me. We ate 48 because I ate 2 of them, but he ate he ordered 50 nuggets. We were in Texas.
And it was something else funny. He was like, "Oh, this else is funny." I mean,
that?
he lives a little further away from me, so I highly doubt that he'll listen to this anyway.
Okay,
but him and his wife are very free and easy around each other. He said they take open door shits. That's not the funny part. I'm against that though. I don't think I'll ever be that comfortable with anybody in my life where I'm like, hey,
then you'll never truly be in love.
I'm gonna drop some heat walk on by.
I feel like that's for in case like I have to go and you're in the shower.
No, I think it's just
because like I can't imagine. To be fair, I can't imagine being like, "What are you doing? Brushing your teeth?" Like fucking drop it. Yeah, like you just said. Like, but like if she's in the shower, I'm like emergency. I'm like, you got to deal with this right now. Like that's what I think it's for.
I think it's more the door never shuts.
See,
I think it's just.
Plus, I like my private time in the bathroom. That wouldn't be my thing.
I think it's just a revolving door of it never shuts, and they're like, no, we got kids too, and you want to hear. So I'm just like, so you guys always just shit with the door open. They're like, yeah, and then. But
like people are weird. I know there's a guy I went to college with who like have two friends who I've met. They're like I met them. They're an extremely happy couple. They mesh together really well. And I asked him, I was like, how do they meet? And he says, do you really want to know that? And I said, yeah. And he goes, all right. They went on like a couple dates. And he says they like the third date, he said basically like it said when they said they fell in love with each other, but like the reason being is because that's when they tried anal for the first time and she shit. And then instead of them getting grossed out, they decided to fuck in the shit. Now they're in love. I get it. Like, that's not supposed to be a terrible story. That's two people who are very into each other. But some people aren't like that, is the point I'm trying to make.
Most people are not like that.
Oh, yeah. No, most people are definitely not like that.
But when you're a man and push comes to shit, most likely it's shit. Yeah, I mean, I've.
Come on, man. That was great. I heard that story and I was like, "What the fuck?" He told me that unbridledly. Well, I was like 20. I don't think I just like heard about anal. I was like 18 when I heard that.
Well, my story not as similar to that, but she said they stopped taking the open door shits about 3 months ago when she came home early and caught him in the middle of a jerking shit.
See, that is something I've never done. I don't think I ever will.
Killing two birds with one stone, I get it.
Would you do it? If the opportunity aroused?
I think that's a lot to go on at one time. I don't know if you could push from the front while pushing from the back.
Some people say you can't walk and chew gum at the same time yet.
I've seen people do it. I can clap my hands and stop my feet.
I don't know. I don't know if I feel like I'm not a really good multitasker to begin with, so I feel like one would take precedent over the other. Like I would definitely stop jerking off to finish shitting.
Seems like a busy man's
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then but also like my imagination hasn't been good since the advent of the internet, so I need porn in general. So I gotta set that up. So I'm not gonna bring my laptop into the bathroom. So no, this is too much.
I mean, you're bringing laptops in. I think it was just
you just use your imagination.
Well, I'm just saying. I think he was doing an imaginatory.
So was he just like staring up, taking a shit, jerking off?
The way I heard it, yes.
She walked in on this.
Yes,
that's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? That's it. No more open door. Like if you're gonna jerk off, you're gonna do. That was the line.
I think it was more of she was sad. I think it was more.
It's definitely a sad image.
Yeah, I think she was more saddened by his behavior than anything.
But like, here's the thing. I kind of understand his like instinct to be like, I'm shitting in front of her.
Yeah, it's a certain type of savagery. Yeah.
Like, there's like something very prime. I say this all the time. I say this in my fucking in some of my bits of just like we're animals. Like the act of fucking is like you drool on each other, you spit on each other, you slap each other, you like.
No, we don't all do all that. I mean, that's
you lay on each other.
Side by side.
Keith's like, I'm a lazy man. I lay there.
I mean, no, not even that. It's just, I mean, you feel a lot of we all do, and it's like, well, hold on.
All right, but it's still it's the act of fucking is animalistic. I'm not trying to get like fucking scientific on this, but it is like it's what.
Well, you can have pretty sex. I mean,
oh yeah, I know that, but all right, man. I feel like you're splitting hairs right now with this shit. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
No, I'm just fucking with you. Yeah.
God damn it. Nah.
I mean,
fuck you. I'll out you.
I mean, I would never do a jerkin beat.
No, never. I mean, a jerkin beat. That's two of the same thing.
A jerkin heat.
No, again, like. Also, like I feel like you have to be a particular. Like that's got to be your thing.
It just seems busy. Like I could catch. If I was really trying to use all my time in the day, it's like, well, that would make sense. And if
if you're trying to kill two birds, like I'm gonna jerk off, but I have to take a shit. This is gonna take a minute.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. But then also, but again, I feel like that has to be your thing. You have to be able to, I'm into.
And to do it from your mind, too, with that. Like, you're dealing...
Dude, he was probably hoping that she would be like, oh, and, now she'll blow me. I
mean, listen, I'm pretty sure...
Is it called Brumpkin? Do you remember that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brumpkin, right?
I'm pretty sure when... listen, if you were in the Army and you were, fucking knee-deep in the muck and you're like, hey, I'll beat one out, on a mosquito-infested lily pad.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that was
the
thing.
So it's
my dad was in Vietnam. I've never asked him about his weird jerk off moments, but I will be sure to ask him.
It's just when you got we're more animalistic than they are. I feel like they never need that.
Well, we just talked before about a dude who had to stop a meeting to be like, gotta do this,
gotta release. And then that guy, then the doctor, he's trading oxy
for sex, which again to me is just like.
I mean, I get the trade-off.
But again, I want to know was this like a hot cop?
They didn't show her. I mean, she's undercover, so I'm pretty sure they might want to use her again for a different.
Because every time you see an undercover female cop in the TV shows or movies, they're always just like, this is the banging female cop. You know what I mean? I took an acting class with a lady who was one of those people.
Oh, okay.
And she gave we had to introduce ourselves at one point, and you had to tell a little bit about yourself. And then she walks up there and proceeds to tell this story about how she was actually involved in the drug bust of not the Ray Liotta character from Goodfellas, but one of those guys associated with that. And one of those mob guys, because she said the name, and I'm like, fuck, I've watched a lot of mob documentaries. And then she ends with, and I was an undercover police cop. She was one of the first female police, undercover police officers in New York State.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was weird. That's not really funny.
No, it was just
it's a fun fact with fair facts.
Just a fun fact. With fair facts, yeah. All right, actually hopefully by next week, we'll be a little bit on track. I mean, if I didn't have to beat up the bullies at the thing, and we could have did this another day.
Well, I also was unable to come in yesterday.
We were kind of biting for time a little bit, but actually, I'm going to get somebody to read. I wrote erotica, and I'm going to get somebody to read it.
You need someone with a sex phone voice?
I don't know how people read erotica. Do you read, when the times that you read erotica, do you read it in your voice or
I went through a phase where I was like...
Or a woman's voice?
All right, I equate it to this. When I read a comic book, everybody has different voices.
Understandable.
Okay, so I everybody I went through a phase when I was like, yeah, I'm going to read sexy stuff and jerk off to that when I was a kid, right?
I'm probably going to get a chick to read it then. And
I always mainly hear female voice.
Yeah,
it's going to be narrated by anybody. Yeah.
But it's going to be about the character's a guy. So not me particularly, but the character's a guy. So she's going to be reading it from a guy's standpoint, but it's meant to be sexy for...
I think it would be much funnier if it's narrated by a girl, but from a guy's standpoint.
Yeah, I think it'll be better for a girl to read it. Yeah, so I'll try to get someone to come on and read that has a sexy voice.
Can you Photoshop your face in the Fabio for a book cover? And we can do some...
I'll try to do myself a modern
sexy
superhero.
Keith. We can reface you onto some shit.
Yeah, that'll be nice. All right, this is a wrap for Fairfax with Fairfax, episode 5. We will see you next week. Have a great weekend.
Good night, everybody.